Yo, we're shaking with y'all, man. Chef Steph, also dope live. Y'all know what we do each and every time we get here. Subscribe. I figured I'd do the last part to this. Is Kwame Brown jealous of Gilbert Arenas' career? Part three and better quality. I know I gave y'all the first two and just a quick, put a camera on, turn the light on. You just get the message. Of course, that's what it's about. But I figured I'd just, use a better camera to do this last part. I was gonna do more than three, but I said, nah, for people that already understand or seen these videos, they've seen them before, and plus that this is more so encouraging to go back and you use your own judgment on what you think. Well, so we're gonna pick up where we left off, break it down, and this will be the last part to the is Kwame Brown jealous of Gilbert Arenas, and then we'll move on from this series. Again, and this video is longer than that. I mean, longer than this whole this blog I'm gonna do, which I'm not gonna do, of course, the whole few hours left after this, because really, it seemed to me that and this is just my POV, that Kwame didn't want the beef to end this particular time, which this was 9 months ago, which was, I'm sure, one of the conversations they had first when they first got a chance to talk to each other. But let's get right into this, y'all. Again, make sure you subscribe. Also, Dope Live. And oh yeah, one more time before I start this too. Shout out to Mr. Skinny. This was his content, part 1, 2, and 3. These are videos on his page, on his channel, Mr. Skinny TV. And shouts out to him for getting this kind of footage.
Like Gilbert said, he always defended you because you was his friend, and you defended Gilbert because he was your friend.
That's that media training kicking in. Hey, look.
Why you think you never had issues? Like how am I gonna be mad at a nigga like really?
I'm trying to speak for myself. He trying to give me a set of ideas instead of letting me talk. This bitch ass nigga, man. Hey, listen, man. Let me tell you something. He talking about another man. Don't that sound like a chick talking about what I did for him? The motherfucker, you 6'3", 200 and goddamn 45 pounds, and you ain't do nothing? What kind of nigga you is talking about beta and alpha? Nigga, that shit need to come out your motherfucking mouth, nigga.
Hey, man, Tom Brady's an alpha. He can't beat up nobody. Alpha's a mindset.
You don't know shit about Tom Brady, nigga. You just running your motherfucking mouth, nigga. The hell is you talking about? I know one goddamn thing. If a nigga put his arms against the wall like I'm a motherfucking chick and have me standing in the corner and I can't move and trying to run my pockets and my jewelry, motherfucker, I'm gonna turn into a ninja. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try crazy. But I'm not gonna stand there. But you was there too, nigga. You wanna sit here and talk about alpha and beta? You was there. You not?
You was there, bro.
But you know what's so crazy? Gilbert actually told this story too on Mr. Skinny TV channel. Again, everything that Kwame Brown has said against Gilbert addressed it in the story and actually owned up to the things that he said, which was a thing of the past. But what does that have to do with the man to tomorrow? So what Kwame does is bring up personal situations with these guys that he was once around in the NBA, all to compensate for his play in the NBA. Because none of these guys went personal with Kwame until he went personal. And even still, most of these guys that he went personal on didn't ever go personal back because they got a brand, they got a likeness. Unlike what Kwame was saying, these people attack my brand XYZ, but look at what you're doing, bro. You coming out and giving stories as such as Gilbert in the club, and this is one instance you speaking of, bro. Like you ain't even speaking of the other times y'all went out to the club and you was playing security and making sure nothing happened. So you trying to make this guy look weak, but it seems to me that you really just upset about his success and the part you played, while you seen his climb too. And I just think it ain't right, bro. And you talk about building all the time on your channel, but if anything, this is somebody I think you should build with that actually had your back. He got a lot of connections and he speak to a lot of people that's in the business you're trying to get into, but you push it away, trying to push a narrative to make yourself look better because it's all about you at the end of the day, right?
He was there.
When that happened to you, when that nigga put his hands against the wall, your soul left or something, nigga? The fuck is you talking about? You were there too.
And what did you do? What did you do?
I was waiting on you. Hey, look.
Period.
Hey, look. I damn near threw up. I was waiting on you to do something. All that goddamn talking you doing.
I was waiting on you.
Hey, look.
You looking at me, I'm looking at you. You did what you had to do.
First episode of Niggas in Basketball. Y'all subscribe.
Hey, listen.
That's what I said. You see, we ain't like this. He wants fake problems. He wants fake problems.
I just want y'all to be Gilbert. You say you're not gonna talk about it.
Your goddamn mouth. This nigga is trying to talk with me. Okay, pause it, Gilbert. Pause it, Gilbert. You sound like a baby mama or something. Pause it. I don't want fake problems. I can talk for myself, motherfucker. Put words in my mouth.
Hey.
Nigga, you want fake problems, motherfucker. You want
I could have defended myself.
And see, Gilbert said he wants fake problems because Gilbert's under the impression that they was cool, they were friends. That's why he didn't speak ill against you on the all of the Smoke podcasts with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. Them guys, okay, Matt might have made a little joke, an NBA joke about you and tap, somebody. But then in the sense too, even with that happening, Gilbert still went to the show and didn't talk bad about you, bro. Like he had your back and you upset because he answered a question about you. Nah, bro, that's fake problems, man. Cause see what it is Oakley said a little bit more than what Gilbert said, and you didn't even attack Oakley the way you did. Again, that I said in another blog. It's just showing the hypocrisy, bro. Like you calling everybody on these different things when you really putting all your stuff on the internet for us to all see. That's why you have people like Uncle Shug and Mr. Skinny and Rainey and all these people. And all these different people calling you out on your hypocrisy, because when you point one finger, there's many more pointing back. And this is a series of that right now. We got footage of that, of you not being able to let go of Gilbert Arenas. Because think about it, you the same person that talked and did so much. So you thought, like he said, he was too corporate. Like you said, you was doing all this talking and stuff about Gilbert because you thought he was too corporate to say anything back to you. But he showed you, hey, I can come down and get this straight too, and I'm gonna destroy all this what you think you got going on. And that's what it was. So it wasn't an attack of like, oh, this man don't want to see me do good. No, he trying to protect his brand and likeness. Like you said, you trying to protect yours. You don't think what you were saying could damage that man businesses and what he got going on? Yeah, like you said, he a brand ambassador, all these endorsements and all this regular business daily, and he got somebody that he used to play with online speaking out against him and making all these allegations and stuff. Speaking on court cases that he had. Like, what you doing out here, bro? You messy out here in these streets, my boy. Like, if you had any respect, like you said, for what black men doing stuff, then you wouldn't do all those things. Gilbert Arenas didn't start attacking or coming at you until he had to defend himself. All he did was answer a question about you, which was, again, a great response because he felt like y'all in the impression y'all was in a good space in a good area, but you needed views and the next viral moment. But you went after Gilbert Arenas because he's a name. Everybody's familiar with him. And you thought you could come up off of him by slandering that. That ain't right, bro. And that's some fake stuff. That's some snake stuff. You call everybody snakes and stuff, but this man was actually your friend at one point in time. Now you got a cease and desist letter. Boy.
I could have tried, but you came in and did it for me. Same thing. You can defend yourself, but if a nigga
you was taking
How old was y'all then, Gilbert? 20?
like 22,
That nigga was older than that. That nigga died like a motherfucker. That nigga ain't come to watch it. That nigga was there. This happened like in 2000.
nigga, he was the same. He the same. Kwame, I'm turning 40 today. He the same age.
What does that have to do with me saying what year it happened, sir?
It was 2004, 2003, 4.
All I said, sir. That's all I said.
So we were 20 years old.
2004, you were 20.
You was the motherfucking fighter, not me. What the fuck are you talking about?
So wait, 2004, you saying you were 20?
No, I said when I got there, we was 2021 when I got there. 2021, yeah. Like if I said,
You didn't get there. Man, you must be forgot, man. I got drafted #1. Nigga, you went to somewhere else. Nigga, you didn't get there the same time I got there, you dumb motherfucker. You know that, right?
Well, how old were you when you got drafted, Kwame?
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. They speaking on a situation where they both were in a club at the same time, and it was a situation where Gilbert was in, and Kwame, had his back in that situation. Now it's, well, I got drafted, #1 and went to my team. You came from somewhere else over it. So that's what I'm saying. Like little shots like that, you want to argue with a man, bro. Like, what is you doing, man? You trying to make this man look small, but you can't. It ain't gonna work, man. Gilbert got too much. He got too much firepower, man. He made the right moves in life, man. This actually somebody you should like I know, and I've seen a video too, and I'm gonna break that video down with you. It was you, Gilbert Arenas, and Chucky Atkins. I'm gonna touch on that too, and I can't find anywhere because I know Gilbert had you take all your videos with his name in it now, but I found it on Uncle Suge channel, and shouts out Uncle Suge. I'm not going to use, of course, the commentary that Uncle Suge used, but I'm going to take and give my commentary on the video. But of course, it'll be pauses and breaks because I don't want to, put the commentary in on Uncle Suge, and from his content. But what I will do is, fast forward through with Uncle Suge's commentary. But of course, if you want to see that video with Chucky Atkins, Kwame Brown, and Gil, you can see it on Uncle Suge TV's channel, YouTube channel page. But I want to use that video to actually give my analysis and my reaction to that as well. But you can't make somebody feel less of a person because of how you feel. And this is all what Kwame doing is projecting. Yes, she was the #1 draft pick, but that's like, it's sad because and again, people want so much more for people, but to hold on to such an accolade, I get it. That was your accomplishment. But once people start talking about what happens after that, that's when you get in your feelings about it, which in all actuality, it ended up becoming your fault.
I got drafted at 19 years old, sir. I was 18 and a half. I turned 19 in March.
So
I got drafted
by your third year, you'll be turning 21.
Hey, Virginia Beach residents, starting this November, the way you elect city
representatives
will be different. You'll cast a vote for only one.
Exactly. I'm 2 months older than you.
Yeah, I'll be turning 22, sir.
What? 19, 20.
I got 19.
You got 18, 19, 20, 20.
19, sir. When I got drafted in June, I was 19.
20.
21, 22. That's 3 years.
Oh, 22.
You was 20. You older than me. You 40 already. So you at least had to be 22 or 23 years old.
22.
So you probably was 22. So a 22-year-old nigga in his prime, 6'3", letting the nigga his height, his side with no gun, tell him to take it off. Take it off. And let nigga do something for that gun. Take it off.
Gilbert said he wasn't a fighter.
Hey, Skinny. If you watch.
And see, this is what I'm saying. Like, what does this have to do with the actual issue at hand? Because you said your initial reason for you being upset with Gilbert was because he said your name and answered questions about your name in interviews. That's what initial issue is about. My thing is with you, Kwame, is why are you bringing up personal stuff to the internet? I mean, it's entertainment, I get it, but it's also messy at the same time. It's situations y'all been in that we wouldn't know about because they happened with y'all. That's why they was the situation. You just had to been there to know about it. But you, man, boy. I'm gonna see if I can find the part where Gilbert was trying to call a truce and be done with you. Let me see.
No, I did the same thing. Like, nah, it wasn't like that. Jordan. I did the same thing.
That narrative swinging, script reading.
You're always talking about narratives.
Paint a narrative of me. I put myself on the line. I'm a basketball player. It wasn't my job to help this nigga. That's just the type of nigga Chris, I'm not trying to answer.
Are you gonna let her answer?
Did you hear Chris? No. Did you hear Chris Whitney say that to you?
No.
And see that's what I'm saying, Kwame, man. You bring in there other people's stuff. Look.
And now when I
let all that fake shit he mad about me go, we already.
Here you go.
Fuck, man, this nigga fucking side bitches acting like he got hell of a nigga. Nigga, shut your
Hey, can we get a truth?
Now you just said something about, and I want to address that too. You talking about some fucking side bitches, bro? When you just said you're the best side nigga in the world. You just say you were dealing with a short that I was dealing with. Tank again. You you snitching on Tank. You bring a Tank in, boy. Boy. I'm just saying, Kwame, man. You boy. Tell my women don't like men that talk a lot, boy. Ooh, boy.
But so you're not gonna talk about Kwame?
No, and he gonna let all that fake shit he mad about me go. We already.
All right, hey.
Hey, look, Skinny. You hear how this nigga frame the situation? All this fake shit that I'm mad about, let it go. He got his hand out when I ain't say shit about this bitch ass.
Well,
this nigga wanna be relevant so bad. That's why you spend $1 million on your own birthday.
See, you projecting now. Cause why he's saying all this, why you saying this nigga want to be relevant so bad? He spent $1 million on his birthday. Boy, you sound like I ain't gonna lie, Kwame, you sound like a hater, bro. You sound like a hater, my boy. It's hate in your blood. And why you saying all this, Gilbert got his hand out, like shake on it, virtual handshake, we done. You don't want the beef to go because you want the views and the content.
No, I'm not shaking shit.
See?
Say shit about this bitch ass.
Well,
this nigga want to be relevant so bad. That's why you spend $1 million on your own birthday, you dumb motherfucker. No, I'm not shaking shit.
And that right there, and like I said, I ain't gonna really go too much into this. See, now Gilbert tried to squash it with you twice 9 months ago. Here it is. Fast forward, we in October of 2022, bro, and you still beefing with this man. But this was 9 months ago. This video. Now you got a cease and desist letter from this man for slander when you could have prevented all this, but you let this YouTube go to your head, bro. Now you got to pay for it. That's all it is. You got to pay for it. But again, sad, man. And again, Kwame, this ain't even an attack on you personally. This is just all the things that you call people out for and what they done, and you show them. You do the opposite. This is just like a mirror of everybody showing you what you do. And in order to see that, you got to hold yourself accountable, bro. I just gave you 3 instances by making this a 3-part series, this being the 3rd part, that people see what you're doing, bro, and it's not a good look. Gilbert tried to squash this thing with you twice in the same conversation nine months ago, bro. This video 4 hours long, man. Why is this video 4 hours long, Kwame? All because you want to talk and tell personal stuff about a man that admitted to his faults. That's what men do. Okay, I fucked up and made a mistake, but I capitalized off that, and I'm a better person. And as you see in front of you today, Kwame, you're the only one that gotta look at yourself in the mirror and hold yourself accountable for the stuff you did. That's all I'm saying. I personally think you want to be Gilbert's friend, but you're going about it a snakish way. You're trying to use this as content and at your friend's expense. So you try to brand up so he's doing anything to destroy yours because you're trying to destroy him. But at the end of the day, it's about it. I can use my story and how I became a success as a story to help somebody in the future that's a future basketball player flourish, just like you can too, Kwame, and let future basketball players know about your story and what mistakes not to make and be great as well. But you rather take it for drama and publicity and negativity and be evil with it. A bitter ex-NBA basketball player. Because if you notice, all the NBA players successful on and off the court, they're happy. they don't have nothing to. I ain't gonna say they don't have. I'll just use Gilbert Arenas for an example. You don't have a care in the world, bro. This should like doing this stuff with you is fun. But tell me down in the comment section, what's your thoughts on Kwame? Do you think Kwame is jealous of Gilbert's NBA career and the success he's had since then? What's your thoughts, period? Let me know down in the comment section. And again, I'm Chef Steph. This is also Dope Live. Subscribe. We still on the road to 100 subscribers, y'all. Out.